Welcome back to another episode of the Title Unknown podcast. I am Format Entity.
And I'm Getalinks.
Welcome back, and we are here for episode number 9. We do have some more topics again to cover. As the usual beginning of our show, let's talk about what's been going on this week. Do you want to start off? I think I always go first.
Yeah, but usually it's because you have something. I, yet again, have nothing new on this week.
It's all work again, huh?
Work and work.
You haven't found any interesting little tidbits?
No, I can tell you Oktoberfest started today.
Well, it's not even October.
In Germany.
Oh, well, it's Oktoberfest. I thought it was always Oktoberfest.
Yeah, it runs from September 22nd to October 7th.
I wonder when we're getting that in Brewfest and Warcraft. I forgot the date. But I think it's after Mist. Mist is only 2 days, 1 hour and 58 minutes from right now.
Good to know you're counting down.
Oh yeah, I've got the timer. I do believe, actually. No, it's another hour added onto that. It goes live 1 a.m. our server time. We have a central time server. Oh well. Well, so what's new is I got to play the Theramore event. They released that early. It's what they have now is with scenarios. So it's going to be like a kind of like a three-man instance. And it doesn't really require a tank or a healer or anything like that. You could have 3 DPS, 3 tanks, 3 healers, technically. It'd just be slow going with 3 healers. And hopefully, you know, almost every healer has a DPS spec with dual talents or something. So hopefully, no matter what the situation is, the 3 people can make it through it. I almost soloed this Theramore thing with my warrior. It's really not that bad. Some places you might get like a couple epic level NPCs to fight, but otherwise you can mow down a lot with a lot of AoE and everything.
Sounds kind of anticlimactic.
Especially considering that this is our world event.
Okay, even worse.
Do you remember... Did you get to participate in any of the world events for the expansions past?
Name one of them.
For Wrath of the Lich King, there was a zombie apocalypse.
Are you talking about that city where everybody was a zombie?
No, you would turn into a zombie as a player. I found myself and a buddy of mine going out to, what's that called? The Barrens. So we were at Crossroads. At level 70 at the time, yes. So we're level 70, and we'd get infected, and you get a disease on you. And once 5 minute passes of this disease, you turn into a zombie.
No, I was never there for that.
So once you turn into a zombie, you can start attacking other NPCs or other players, and they would get the disease too. And after 5 minutes of that, they would turn into a zombie. So you could end up having like all the Crossroads turned into zombies, and a bunch of low-level people were complaining, and they couldn't do their questing, they couldn't level for a week or two, but it was a whole lot of fun. We walked from Crossroads to Booty Bay, like a gang of us, zombies shambling down the road, attacking anything we could down into Booty Bay.
How long did you stay a zombie?
Until I think you had health draining the whole time. So once your health drained all the way down and died, you would explode. And your explosion would also spread that disease out amongst whatever's around you too. So once we got to Booty Bay, we did end up exploding, but then the NPCs had the disease, and then eventually, 5 minutes later, they would turn into zombies. The NPCs would be zombies. It was awesome. So yeah, that was a whole lot of fun. And then there was also, right before it went live, there was a frost worm attack on Orgrimmar. So there was a lot of cool stuff going on. Cataclysm, there was elementals attacking Orgrimmar. and Thrall was out in Nagrand, so you can go out there and do some quests and see him as he left as War Chief, and that was before Garrosh appeared. So there was a lot of stuff going on in the world that you could go experience and see, you know, out in the world. But
I think I do remember the elementals attacking Orgrimmar.
and it wasn't that exciting, I don't think. I mean, it was alright. You're like, oh my god, they're actually in Orgrimmar, but still. I think zombies were cooler. I wasn't there for the Burning Crusade when the Burning Crusade, where the Dark Portal is, over in the Burning, whatever place. I forgot the name of the zone. But demons were pouring out of the portal, and there was like a couple quests, you know. But still, something going on out on the world map. Here, there's nothing. You can walk the whole world. You won't see anything different. Scratch that. Not quite anything different, but it doesn't relate to a world event. Crossrealm Zones is active out in the real world right now. We've been seeing a lot of people from different servers other than our server out in the world. It's actually increasing PvP quite a lot.
Great.
So that's going to be a lot of fun once we step foot into Pandaria. There's a lot of plans to ensure you have your quest log maxed so you can turn in and gain some experience and get out of that first zone as soon as possible. Otherwise, you're probably experiencing a lot of ganking. Or you just hope that a lot of people get past that before you do. As I am still working, so I won't be one on the front line of leveling. I'll come in and level and get it done throughout the week. I just hope everyone gets out of there. But yeah, it's going to be pretty crazy to start off with. Are you going to get back up on World of Warcraft?
Yeah, pretty soon. Probably about like maybe 3 or 4 weeks.
So you won't be there for Tuesday?
No, I will not.
Yeah. From what I understand, you could be logged in. You know, you don't have to log out and log back in after the live timer ticks. If you're logged in, you'll get a quest log. Your breadcrumb crest will appear in your quest log to start going into Pandaria. So you can be standing there in Org, and as soon as that minute ticker ticks, you'll have a quest and you can get started.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. I don't think I'm going to experience it, but I'm glad that they're taking the trying to use some new technology and handling an expansion in a new area in a new way. New expansion in a new way. So I hope that works out. So that's been the week. Let's move on to topic 1. So we got to talk a little bit right before this, but the first topic we're going to talk about today is the possibility of warp drive. This Dr. Harold Sonny White is actually looking for what's it called? It'd probably help pull up the article, huh?
Warp bubble?
Yeah, the warp bubble. But he's looking for existence proof. That's what it's called. So, the way it's been standing, they've said that we would need a Jupiter size of exotic energy in order to create warp type speed. You know, and it would still take like 75,000 years years to make it to Alpha Centauri. I believe that's one of the first targets they keep talking about. So the plan is that the dumbed down plan is we want to travel extremely fast without breaking the laws of physics. We also want to observe the 11th commandment, which is thou shalt not exceed the speed of light. So the interesting about not going faster than the speed of light, I don't quite understand, because it seems like we would be going faster. So he's saying, here it is, Alpha Centauri is 4.3 light years away, and what they're proposing would be able to get there in, let's see, 6 light years, blah blah blah. I lost it. I said 2 weeks, I think.
In 2 weeks, yes. We would be able to create an engine that would get us to Alpha Centauri in 2 weeks as measurable by clocks here on Earth.
And the clocks inside the spaceship would also show 2 weeks. I don't know why that's important.
Because when you go faster towards the speed of light, time slows down theoretically.
Okay. But it is 4.3 light years away. So to get there in under 4.3 light years, you're getting there in 2 weeks. How is that not faster than light? You know, that's where I'm still kind of struggling with this.
Well, we should get Dr. Harold Sunny White on the phone and discuss this.
Well, the interesting thing too is that what it you know, a warp bubble does, from what I've seen or hear here, is that it wants to compress the space in front of you and expand the space behind you. And the way they believed it before, the energy requirement would be, like I said, that Jupiter-sized ball, something the size of the Voyager, was it?
What? How big? 500 kilograms.
The size of energy we would need, as opposed to the size of Jupiter's energy.
You would only need 500 kilograms to send a 10-meter bubble, which is 32.8 feet, at an effective velocity of 10 c.
Yeah, 10 c. That's 10 times the speed of light. But you're not going faster than the speed of light, right?
Yeah, you're going 10 times faster.
But you can't go faster than the speed of light.
It must be warping light then.
Or something. That's something I love about this. But what all this guy is trying to do right now is to find that existence proof. You know, he's trying to create the tiniest warp bubble imaginable. I don't even know. But the way this works is that to try to, if he does do this, it does create a tipping point for technology. To where, like, in 1942 in December, they demonstrated a controlled nuclear reaction that generated only half a watt of energy. But it was that demonstration, that proof of controlled nuclear reaction, that spawned a 4 megawatt reactor in a mere 11 months away from this demonstration. So hopefully, if these guys can get the proof of this little tiny warp bubble, we might have a warp engine a year or two after they have this proof. It might be tiny. We might send a probe out at warp speed first, of course. Don't know who's signing up to be the first person.
I like this one thing that this person messaged. It says, just imagine the number of mechanical problems that could develop in 2 years. Magellan just needed a sturdy ship with an extra pitch and sails and decent weather.
But 2 weeks, I mean, it makes it so you're not that far out. So do you think, you know, we take our first warp engine test drive out there, and we're going to have Vulcan showing up saying, hey, you finally reached warp speed, let's go. Welcome to the...
We'll probably get blown out of the sky.
What the hell are you humans doing with this? You can't... No. So the fun part about the warp bubble too is I love that he had to point out is that there will not be tidal forces inside the bubble, no undue issues. The proper acceleration is 0, so you wouldn't feel acceleration inside the bubble when you turn the field on. Everybody doesn't go slamming against the bulkhead, which be a very short and sad trip. It's an actual quote.
Well, just watch the old Star Trek shows where they all throw themselves around the room.
But I remember that with the Explorers movie. Did you get to see that on Netflix yet?
No.
Slacker. Yeah, they were in some kind of bubble. It was pretty cool. And it had the same idea. You couldn't feel acceleration or anything. So you got anything else on this topic?
No, I'm just waiting to watch them crash and burn.
You're thinking crash and burn? There's no way.
No, something like this couldn't possibly go wrong.
No. I mean, we had, yeah, I guess we had our fair share of, and it is NASA starting to work on And that's why I said they'll start with a probe. It'd be kind of neat that we could get a probe in 2013 that'll pass up, what's the one out there, Voyager 2? It has all of the records and blood and the time capsule.
Oh, yeah.
It's just reaching interstellar space. And we're going to send something out to pass it up real quick. Hey, see you later. What would we do? You'd kind of have to pick up Voyager 2 eventually. If we're faster than it, and they're like, oh yeah, let's not let this thing keep going real slow. And go out there, pick it up real quick. It's kind of like
Hitchhiker?
it's kind of like humiliating to have that thing out there. Ah, there was the exotic matter smaller than Voyager 1 spacecraft for a 10-meter bubble. Yeah, that's where it was. Alright, well again, links will be in the show notes. Come out and read these articles because this is awesome. There's also some other fun links throughout the article that goes back to something about cats being made out of star stuff. So the internet, cats rule it all. Warp travel, warp bubbles bring it back to cats too. Somehow, some way. Never fails. That sucks, man. I hope your boys can grow up and become a starship captain or something.
I don't think I'd want my kids being captains of a starship.
No?
They can't even ride a bike.
You don't want a little archer out there?
No.
The first human captain. Yeah, that was pretty sad. No shields. You're not going to have any shields when you go out there. Alright, so you have a little bit of here. What's this? What's this? Just breaking news? Oh, yeah, I did see this. This was this week or last week?
I want to say it was last week.
Yeah? There's another clip, too. We gotta lead people to. But, yeah, you can actually hear that in the background, I think. I actually cut out the bass line to Gundam Style. That's our background music.
Nice.
Gangnam Style. But yes, Mr. Psy. Actually, I read something else on Twitter too, that he has broken Guinness Book of World Records. But
As what?
The most liked video on YouTube.
Wow.
Passed up LMFAO, Party Rock Style. No, not everything has style in it. Party Rock Anthem or something.
So I danced to this new song that I don't know if y'all know about this, Gangnam Style, but this video is blowing up all over the place, and you tweeted out about it, right? Yes. All right. If you haven't seen, let's just show them a little bit of this video of how
Britney looks so weird. Wow, this is actually set too high or something, because it's going to cut. But yeah. So Mr. Psy came out on Ellen to show Britney Spears how to actually do this. So here's a couple quotes from him there.
You have to take your shoes off. You're not going to be able to dance like that.
No, this is fine, because mindset of this dance is dress classy and dance cheesy. So
Dress classy and dance cheesy.
this is nice.
So Britney's up there. She tries to do her the Gundam style dance. They actually very slowly do like the 1-step, 2-step, 3-step. And yeah. He also appeared on SNL last week, and I didn't know. I don't know his name, but the guy from Nickelodeon was on SNL now, but he's in that skit. And so they had a couple SNL guys acting like Psy and acting like the video, and then the real Psy comes out and starts doing the Gundam style on SNL. And yeah, and he broke a record. LMFAO also said that they are going to break up for a little bit.
Really?
Like in the same article.
Ellen looks like she's dancing a jig.
Yeah, so Psy's gathered up 2,141,728 likes where they took the marker, and I'm sure it keeps going. But it surpasses the LMFAO's Party Rock Anthem, which only had 1,574,000. So it's already over 600,000 of that. And Justin Bieber's Baby.
Justin Bieber.
Okay. Had 1.3 million. And
Not that I'm a fan or anything. I just wanted you to get it right.
I don't know. And Adele's Rolling in the Deep was 1.2 million.
I
So-
hate that song.
So all of them were like leading the way, and LMFAO held the title for a while. Psy, just from July 15th, blew them all away. So now he's in the Guinness Book of World Records. He's got the record for right now.
Oppan Gangnam Style.
You hated that the first time you heard it, didn't you?
It's growing on me now.
I think it's grown on everyone. It's showing. All right, so where are we next up? Oh well. So I do have another article for you for your weird news.
Oh, goody.
What'd you have last week? You had monkeys in the pants, right?
Yes, I did.
All right, so we're not doing the monkey in the pants one. Let me see. Where is it? It is. And I'm not just going to say it then. So, Mr. Get-A-Links. Your scenario, you're at your house, and you find a car in your front yard. You're a little familiar with this car, and your initial response from the first thing, what's the first thing you would want to do? You're a little familiar, not exactly sure where you've seen this car before.
Is it my car?
Not your car.
Not my car. But I've seen the car before.
It seems familiar to you.
So this isn't like a friend's car that I would just kind of recognize.
No, it's not like, you would recognize my car right away. You'd be like, well, what's Format's car doing in my yard? It's not that obvious, but it is like, I think I've seen that before.
I suppose I could look in the glove box and figure out who's on the title.
That's good. So, you have a son to send.
What?
A son.
Where am I sending him to?
To check out the car, so you don't have to do it yourself. You could stand at
Why
the door.
can't I do it?
Because you don't have to, but there is your son. It could be a friend of your son's car, an older son that can drive. It's not his car.
Okay. So I don't want to know whose car it is, so I'm not gonna check the title?
You could, but you have to remember that you do have a son old enough to drive. Your son has friends that are old enough to drive, so...
All the more reason I would check it myself.
Alright. So, as you get closer, there is somebody in the bushes, hiding in the bushes. You're startled, I guess?
I guess I am.
You would imagine?
I would imagine I'm startled. Oh my.
Yeah, so the guy jumps out of the bushes and he's making a run for his car. So what's your reaction there?
Kind of stare at him as he's jumping into his car.
Check your inventory.
I'm checking my inventory.
So the owner runs to the car to get it moving. You have a firearm.
Oh, good. I'm packing them. Of course. Strange car, man in the bushes, and I'm packing.
Yep.
So I'm in Lower East Side.
You are in... Let's see here. There is a city or state or somewhere in this thing.
I guess I'm kind of confused where I'm going with this. Should I shoot the tires?
Alabama.
Oh, definitely shoot the tires.
All right.
Although he probably has a gun rack on his car somewhere.
well, he's getting the car moving. You fire 2 shots. I don't know if that's all you had or all you had time for, but you do.
Well, I'm checking my inventory. Do I have more?
All I know is you were able to fire 2 shots because this guy's vehicle moved towards your son, I believe, or you. No, yeah, it was you.
Oh, okay. I'm so confused right now where this whole scenario is going.
So
let me gather the whole scenario so far. I come out of my house and I see a car in my driveway.
yes,
There's nobody in the car at the point.
right, empty car.
I don't want to walk the 10 feet to check the glove box, so I call my son out to go check the title for me. As I'm doing this, a man runs out of my bushes. I'm startled, and he jumps into the car, proceeds to drive towards me as I pull a random handgun out of my pocket and shoot 2 warning shots at him. Am I caught up to speed?
Yes, and you missed.
Oh, good. Oh, and I'm in Alabama.
Yes, in Alabama.
I've got it all solved.
And then the guy jumps out.
He already did. He jumped out of the bushes. Now he jumps out of the car.
Jumped in his car. No, he threw it in drive and pinned you
Oh, jeez.
between his car and truck.
Now he has a truck too?
No, your car, and his car and your truck.
Okay, so now I'm mortally injured.
Pinned, just awkwardly positioned, maybe. Not like spliced in half, just can't move.
Where is this going?
Well, the guy leaves. He gets away.
Is he in his car and I'm free again, or did he get out of his car while I was pinned?
You were pinned, and he drove off.
Then I wouldn't be pinned anymore.
Yeah, then you wouldn't be pinned anymore. So this is really poorly written too.
This is horrible.
Well, here's the kicker to it.
There's been quite a few already.
No, here's the biggest kicker to it is that this guy that drove away entered a police department and reported damage to his car.
Gunshots?
Yeah, and maybe backing into a truck and pinning a guy. But he was trying to steal from the home and ran over you, I guess, in the process as he fled.
I'm gonna go with let's not do these trivia stories anymore.
At least find ones that are better written.
Movie trivia was so much better.
Oh, you were doing horribly on it.
I aced the last 2.
What's that?
I said I aced the
Fucking
last
idiot,
2.
red-shirted ass.
Yeah, what's that from?
Stupid fucking idiot, red-shirted ass.
I have no idea.
Right.
Don't judge me, monkey.
See, it's got to be movies you've seen. Hey, who is
I
this?
used the wrong words in the wrong way, and
No?
You're not even giving me whole sentences anymore.
Nope.
shut that whole thing down.
Okay, enough with your sound clips.
I love you.
I love you too, but can we move on?
That's Joe Swanson.
I love you.
I love you. Alright. I am totally... here it is. So we have AMC's schedule for October, their horror movie list. So with Halloween still over a month away, can't even think about Halloween right now. All I have is Miss Pandaria on my mind. Halloween's the last thing I'm thinking about, but it is. The weather's getting colder, that's for sure. But the AMC will have a Friday the 13th marathon along with plenty of other horror movies. The Fear Fest will begin October 16th and end, of course, on the 31st. But that's a lie. It said October 16th. But Saturday, October 13th is when it starts. They already have some films playing Saturday at midnight. So Friday night into Saturday morning. They're going to kick it off with Pet Sematary 2, which is a weird movie to start off with, I think.
Yeah, you think at least start off with the first one.
Right, so at least start with Cemetery 1. That's kind of awkward, but there's another movie on this list here, was the Dead Zone with Christopher Walken. You're familiar with this?
Yeah, it actually was a series after, like, recently.
They made a show out of this?
Yeah.
So what it says, a man comes out of a coma and is able to see people's futures. That sounds familiar. That sounds like a familiar plot. Do you remember the name of the series?
The Dead Zone.
Is that what they called it?
Yeah.
Huh. Anyway, any good?
It wasn't a bad movie. It was, or a TV show. It was who was the star? Anthony Michael Hall was the star of it.
What about this Christopher Walken version of the movie?
I never saw the movie. I saw the
okay.
series.
Familiar with that. I don't know how that's horror though, but
Well, Frighteners isn't really horror either.
no. There's a lot of these old ones. Corridors of Blood. Christine is a classic. That's good that that's playing. Cujo. Oh, right in there. Alright. So, Sunday, October 14th, 9 p.m., The Walking Dead Season 3 premiere.
It would be nice if they started season 1 premiere.
Of The Walking Dead?
Yeah.
It's on Netflix. You gotta get caught up.
I've never seen it.
I believe everything up to this Season 3 premiere point is on Netflix now. I'm not 100% on that, but I know there's a chunk on Netflix.
Yeah, The Frighteners is on at 11:45 a.m. on Monday.
On Monday morning. Psychic Michael J. Fox?
Yeah, it's a great movie.
Wait.
It's almost a comedy though.
Really? What is this?
Yeah, he can see ghosts, and he's trying to solve this murder, like serial killer murder thing, and he uses the ghosts' knowledge and stuff, and works alongside them to figure out who did it.
Okay, what is going on with the schedule? Look at this. Right after that, or a couple after that, there's Return to House on Haunted Hill, followed by House on Haunted Hill.
Man, that's the original House on Haunted Hill with Jeffrey Rush. Or wait, no,
Oh.
maybe it's not.
It says 1959. But that's weird. Again, Return and then the first one. They're not following it. Play Pet Sematary 2 and then Pet Sematary 1.
Well, see, that's wrong then, because that one's saying House on Haunted Hill, a mogul, Geoffrey Rush, offers guest money to stay in a haunted asylum. But the House on Haunted Hill with Geoffrey Rush was 1999. Vincent Price was in 1959.
Oh. Well, they blew that one. We are on best-horror-movies.com and not AMC itself. So the titles may be accurate, but maybe this whole timing thing is way off, and whoever's writing this article is way off. Because that is funky. It is linked to the 1959.
2 a.m. on Thursday. White Noise. Good movie.
Ooh, I did like that one. They made a sequel.
Yeah, that's at 4 a.m. White Noise 2.
White Noise 2 has somebody very interesting in it. And they didn't call him out on this article. I do believe it's Nathan Fillion?
Yes.
Yes. Mr. Nathan Fillion. I did like that one.
Oh, no way. Castle.
Yeah. Firefly, Serenity.
And Mimic is on at 3:30 p.m. That's a good movie. Mira Sorvino. Oh, she was hot
Oh,
back
there
then.
we go. Killer cockroaches? Is that real?
No, the cockroaches actually have evolved and they're like human size and they can mimic us.
Alright, so it's not as cheesy as it sounds as killer cockroaches.
No, it's still pretty cheesy, but it's got Mira Sorvino.
That's a win. But it won't be as bad as...
Bees! Millions of bees!
You gotta go on Netflix and find the Bees movie. Which isn't on this list. What the hell? Come on, AMC. Get some of the classics. Oh, they're including Scary Movie in this?
Yeah, that one's not so much horror.
The Keenan Ivory Wayans? Oh god, come on. There's gotta be something better than that.
Jeepers Creepers.
Yeah.
That was a creepy movie.
I recall the first time it seemed to have too much lead up before people really started to die. Like, they really had to build these characters for a long time. I remember getting...
Yeah, but that whole truck thing was just creepy truck.
It was like the last 40 minutes or so, and that was it. I mean, they spent like an hour just building up.
Jeez, that came out in 2001.
Oh, wow. Land of the Dead. I also seen... What is Land of the Dead? I think I remember that one. That's a good one. But Survival of the Dead, the one on the island, is also playing.
I want to see that one. Where is it? Flight of the Dead.
Flight?
Flight of the...
Flight of the Living Dead. Outbreak on a plane. Genetically engineered virus turns passengers aboard a 747 into ravenous zombies.
Snakes on a plane meet zombies.
Yeah. And they're trying to say that's a 2007 movie, so... Interesting. The... Oh, man, what was the name of it?
John Leguizamo was in Land of the Dead.
Who?
John Leguizamo.
Oh, that's that one? Land of the Dead?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's awesome because that's where...
Oh, and Simon Baker, too.
Yeah,
He's a
that's
good actor.
That's the one where the zombies get pretty coherent. Like, there's a zombie that has emotions and feels bad for his zombie brethren dying, and he leads a zombie army to the last survivor's city. It's pretty silly. That is the best zombie gore zombie attack, the best zombie kill, or killing a human that I've seen in any other movie. I do love the Land of the Dead one. So all the Friday the 13th will play throughout the weeks. I don't see any Nightmares on Elm Streets though. Just a bunch of Jason.
Did you know that Michael Dorn's making a movie called Zombio and Juliacula?
Zombie O?
Instead of Romeo and Juliet, it's Zombio and Juliacula.
Oh god. No, but speaking of that, he's also working on Castlevania. So Castlevania is going to create a movie. right now there is no information I can find on the internet other than Michael Dorn spilling the beans on the Nerdist podcast to Chris Hardwick, and he also mentioned it in an interview on StarTrek.com. And then a bunch of news outlets started writing articles on it too. TheMarySue.com, I believe, like Joystick and many others. But there's still little information on what that actual movie is, other than Mr. Worf, Michael Dorn, is going to be playing a werewolf. From what I recall, werewolves don't last long in Castlevania, so...
Looks like the director is going to be Paul Anderson, who did Resident Evil Retribution.
Yep, that he was tied to it. Is Resident Evil in the same company as the Castlevania?
How would I know?
Cause I don't remember who made Resident Evil. I'm pretty sure Castlevania was.
Oh, you're talking the games. I thought you were talking
game.
movies.
No, game company.
Konami.
Konami. Is that Resident Evil as well? Or did you grab that one? Should have said which one you're grabbing first.
Capcom.
Capcom and Konami. Nope, so they are different.
I am the internet knowledge wizard.
If only we had a system of connected computers that could store information on everything that we know.
Yeah, we should really get one of those.
Yeah.
Resident Evil in Japan is known as Biohazard.
Oh yeah, the actual game. I do remember that.
There's another really good game series called Fatal Frame. That was a great game.
Yes, I do remember. Actually, that was on the Nintendo consoles, if I recall, right? I believe Nintendo was the one from Japan that was holding Fatal Frame.
No, it was on PlayStation.
Oh, it was? That's creepy.
Platform PlayStation 2.
That Slender game that's been out bouncing around. People have been talking about it. That Slender game kind of reminds me of the Fatal Frame feel.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
You haven't played Slender?
Never even heard of it.
Oh man, I'm just gonna throw it on a USB disk and hand it to you. I think you can download it. It's free, but it's pretty creepy. It's really cool.
Released in June 2012. Oh, based on Something Awful Farm's creation, Slender Man. I just saw an app about that.
About Slender Man?
Yeah, there's a Slender Man app now.
Oh, a little off topic. Have you heard of?
We're so far off topic right now.
There's a couple. This genre, I guess if you could call it, of post technology. Genre. So like there's these stories that are going. There's a book that's called 1 Second Later. Has to do with like a EMP style bomb going off that came from space and shut down all electronics on Earth. And you know, we assumed it'll pass, but 4 days later, no electronics. The people start to panic. You know, the whole cities are going against outsiders. You only have to have enough resources for yourselves, and you know, it's kind of like post-apocalyptic, but it's still just technology gone. You know, it's a pretty interesting genre. I've heard a lot more people are getting into, and I don't believe there's quite a movie quite like that yet, but or even game. I mean, but that's something to look forward to, is that we'll start seeing more of that as it gains popularity. What would you do? No computers, no...
Read a book.
Yeah. I mean, our jobs rely on computers. How do we work to make money?
Yeah. Not kidding. A lot of pen and paper again.
Well, we're not running a business. Cars get around, and that's based on electricity. You need a spark to start an engine.
Yeah, it's pretty much everything shut down. What brought this up? A movie?
There's a book.
Oh, there's a movie too or a TV series. Revolution, I think, is coming this fall.
Really? So good.
It's about the entire world loses its power overnight, and everybody has to resort back to, yeah. I think it's called Revolution.
Look forward. I have to follow that. I will look forward to seeing that. Like I said, it was a book, and it's a genre that more people. It's gaining popularity, and we don't quite have a movie or a video game or anything in that genre yet. So it's going to be interesting to start seeing the media, form this genre. And it is almost like a scarier thought than zombies. I mean, you can be.
Go to NBC.com/revolution.
Go there right now.
Right now.
I can't spell revolution. Oh, I did. Hey, I did see this in the theaters. I seen a trailer for this because it's a dude from Breaking Bad.
You should play the trailer.
As long as I see the dude from Breaking Bad.
Oh, crap, it already came out. It came out on September 17th.
I see pilot.
Damn it.
I see pilot.
Oh, good. I'm going to have to watch that now.
For Mommy? What? Never let go of Danny's hand, okay?
Monday.
After my mom died, I took care of Danny. You gotta let me help.
We're gonna have to go up against Monroe and a couple thousand of his men.
Family's all she has left.
I don't know if that's the right thing.
Your name even Nate?
Yeah, that's it.
So to save her brother's life.
Yep, there he is.
Oh, sorry, it came out. I gotta watch it now.
Way to go, sticking in the loop.
You know how many series are starting this fall that I've been trying to keep up on? Everything seemed to start September 30th.
The O in Revolution is a power button. That is... it is quaint. Alright, let's move on and let's hit Mr. Alt 1's review so we can move on to our next topic.
I have 9 minutes for my power on my computer, so hurry up.
Where the hell are the rails?
Hello again, this is the Alternative One for the Title Unknown podcast. This week I'll be reviewing the book The Reapers Are the Angels by Alden Bell. And no surprises, this is another vampires/zombies book. In light of the wealth of post-apocalyptic stories like The Book of Eli, The Road, and The Passage now filling bookshelves and movie theaters all across America, The Reapers Are the Angels by Alden Bell turned out to be both a pleasant surprise and a real treat to read, and in some ways is better than the other books I've mentioned above. I've never heard of this book or the author before, so I had no preconceived notions concerning the hype or advertising that might be attached. I delved into it without pause and found that I literally could not put it down. Perhaps it's my penchant toward post-apocalyptic fiction. You'll notice I use the word wealth above for good reason, which goes back to my earlier readings of books like Deus Ares by Philip K. Dick and Roger Zelazny, A Canticle for Leibowitz by Walter M. Miller, and Dahlgren by Samuel R. Delany. So I knew I had to read this as soon as it appeared in the mailbox. And I did. And I was quite pleased to find that I believe might be one of the year's best subgenre releases. Remarkably, Reapers fits snugly into the mold set by the science fiction classics mentioned earlier. The character development is extraordinary, the antagonists, and yes, there are more than one, and the main character and even the zombies, known as meat sacks, are believable and well written. One character, and I won't spoil the storyline here, gets into an almost impossible situation. Then later in the story he appears again with no explanation given for his escape. One wonders if another book set in the same universe for this particular character's point of view isn't in the making. I'd pay to read that one too. So for this book I give 4 out of 5 stars. This is the Alternative One from Southeast Wisconsin for the Title Unknown podcast. Until next time, keep reading.
Nice.
Haha. Yeah, so I've been watching a whole nother show recently. I've been watching The Misfits. It's a European show. these five, a lot of people, I guess, but it follows about 5 of these teenagers that acquire some form of a power. The show was made in 2009. This was also within the last few years of Heroes, so some of the Save the Cheerleader, Save the World stuff has already happened, so maybe some of this comes from that. But it's pretty interesting. It's free on Hulu if you want to check it out. But it's a whole lot of fun. Are you all set up? I've been stalling because
yeah, I got power now.
you're on your 9 minutes and everything.
When I saw the 3%, I kind of worried.
You're still up high. You're still connected. There you go.
Yay!
Alright. So, yeah, go check out The Misfits. It's a good show, free on Hulu.
Oh, okay. I'll have to listen to this again because I have no idea what you're talking about.
Right? It's a good show. Alright, so here we have a fun little doohickey, apparently, that's somebody has created.
It's retarded.
It's a doohickey.
It's retarded.
You want one.
Only if it shot out handfuls.
If it shot out handfuls.
Like machine gun amounts. Then it would be feasible. One piece of popcorn at a time is just a tease.
Alright, we're talking about the Popinator.
One thing that never changes about popcorn is how people eat it, how people get it in their mouths. Whether it's directly from the bag or from a bowl, that hasn't changed. But how cool would it be if we could change the way people eat popcorn?
Is that cool?
No!
Popinator is a fully automated, voice-activated popcorn launching machine.
One piece at a time.
It's triggered by
Yeah.
the word pop. So you
It's a
can be,
launching machine.
chair, standing
Oh,
in the
you know what
room,
I'd be doing?
when you say
Pop, 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 pop.
it's
That's
going
all
to
I'd say.
Figure out where that sound came from, where the word pop came from, and shoot a piece of popcorn at it.
It is a pretty cool piece of technology, though.
Actually, what I would do is I would record the word pop, put it behind somebody's head, and just start putting it on repeat and watch it get shot with popcorn.
Using the small differences in the arrival time of sound waves and their reflections, where a sound originated from.
The Popinator is...
These people should focus on the warp drive.
I know. This is like way too much time on their hands. This technology is awesome.
And some people were pretty skeptical at first. I was one of those people. But now everyone really loves it, and it's a great toy to have.
Every piece of popcorn is different. Different shapes and sizes, different aerodynamic properties, basically. When you're shooting a piece of popcorn, it's only so accurate you can get it. You might have to maneuver a little bit to catch it. But that's really just part of the fun.
I would definitely use it. I love playing video games.
I love this
If I
guy.
put my hand on a controller, I can't put it down. I'm in the action. I'm in the zone. I just say pop, I get a snack right in my mouth.
Where they get the guy in the warehouse that plays video games. You get a snack.
How do you do a better job? New flavors, new packaging, new formats. How do you make it more fun? That's really the idea of the Popinator logo.
So what else can we use this? This voice
Scrap metal?
No, the voice activated launching. Man, what if you launched an M&M out of there? The candy shell hits your teeth. Ka-tink!
Shatters your like crown. You're getting sued by dentists everywhere.
The Popinator Project. I love the concept. I don't know. But yeah, you want more than one piece. You're going to be sitting there pop, 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 pop. I don't know how well that's going to work. But go check it out, the Popinator. It'll be in the show links. A lot of fun. Our final article we have this evening. Again, with the zombies. Here we go. Last week we had zombie ants. The week before it was the Department of Homeland Security. Before that it was the Center of Disease Control, right?
Yes.
CDC. This week, a security firm from Halo Corp announced that about 1,000 military personnel, police officers, medical experts, and federal workers will learn the ins and outs of a zombie apocalypse. It's a part of an annual counter-terrorism summit, so they say. So again, on top of everything, everyone's all these government agencies, military groups, or whatnot are following in the trend of zombie training. Would you participate?
Probably.
Well, they are going to have, a bunch of people to roam around the summit grounds in San Diego, California. You'd have to find out when it is, but that does sound like a lot of fun. So the virus outbreak is a good training scenario. They'll learn to deal with a worldwide pandemic where people become crazy, violent, and fearful. But I just love... how far do you think they'll go? How much money are they really spending on this training exercise to dress people up to be, alright, you just wear a t-shirt that says you're a zombie, or are they doing like full movie gore and everything for their training? They're going to have to figure out how to pass bio checks and test for blood or something, and so the zombies that'll roam around the grounds will be harassing troops and first aid teams that'll be participating. It does sound like fun.
Have you ever heard of the band called Fun?
Just Fun?
Yeah,
no.
They have a song right now called We Were Young.
We Are Young.
We Are Young. So you do know it.
No, I don't. It just came up in Google.
Oh. Okay. Well, they have a new song out. You need to play this. It's actually pretty cool. The We Are Young song is horrible and I hate it, but this song actually is kind of catchy. So put this on your computer and play it real quick.
Stay up, cashing in my bad luck. Some nights I call it a draw. Some nights I wish that my lips could build a castle. Some nights I wish they just fall off. But I still wake up, I still see your ghost. Oh Lord, I'm still not sure what I stand for. Oh, what do I stand for?
It's like it's in French.
What do I stand for? Most nights I don't know anymore.
What do you think?
It sounds old school. It almost sounds like a cover.
I think it kind of sounds a little like African tribal almost.
Yes, but the guy now, he's got a real Freddie Mercury vibe in there. So this is fun?
This is fun.
Alright, so some nights... Can't tell. So it is original work from them.
Yeah, all their work is original. I don't know. This is one of the few songs I've actually heard them have that is getting good.
It's interesting and different. Oh man, some of these lyrics. Wish my lips could build a castle.
Yeah, I wish my lips could do a lot of things like that too.
Stay up cashing in my bad luck.
Anyway, just wanted you to hear that. See what you thought of it.
Go ahead, do your weekly plug.
My weekly plug for what?
What do you got?
This week I've got nothing. Nothing new.
Alright, so we still have the same prize on the table.
No emails last week, huh?
No. We did have more downloads last week than we've had before, but for some reason I think whoever listens doesn't feel like they're the person, you know, they think it's already taken. You know, we're giving out one thing, you know. Don't feel that way. Send that email, because we still have that prize. But I do believe it comes across as, you know, well, I couldn't have been the first one. Well, no. Send that email. You will be the first one. You will get that prize. You'll get that very first mailing of a giveaway from the Title Unknown podcast. If there are 2 prizes that we've had up, a structure. Is that what it's called? Starter?
Structure starter deck for Magic.
Yep, and then a whole pile of expansion booster cards. Booster packs, right?
For Yu-Gi-Oh, yeah.
Is that what they're called? Boosters?
Yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh, booster packs.
Yeah.
Or the starter deck.
Yeah, it's been it's been a while since I've played. I forget what they're called. Wasn't some of them called Splinter or something? Splinter packs? Or
I don't think so.
No, I thought that was a term for something. Alright. Well,
we need a word.
How about some nights?
That'll work.
I can go with some nights. Some of my wrap-ups. I've been given in communications with I mentioned the 99 Words for Dong song we played.
Yes,
unfortunately. Came from the Most Popular Girls on the Internet podcast, and we're going to set up a Skype call and stuff and see if I can guest on their show. I also got an email from Syl from the Girls Gone WoW. She has asked about October 28th to see if I can go on their podcast. I'm very excited about showing up. They are a full World of War podcast, and they have like almost like a sometimes they have like a 2-hour podcast. It can go on, but it's a lot of fun. They do like to talk about the best and worst boobies in World of Warcraft. What would your answer be?
I have no comment on that.
No comment?
Best and worst boobies?
You play a blood elf chick. You should have a comment.
Yeah, she's got the best.
So you got best.
I don't have worst.
Worst?
Well, I suppose a man blood elf would be the worst.
Nah, they're still better than a Tauren female. I think that's my vote.
Kind of hairy, I guess.
Yeah, hairy boobs wouldn't be... That would be awkward. I don't think a Tauren... And, I don't play Blood Elf, so I still don't know if that's... I mean, as an individual, maybe Jaina. You know? It's gotta be the best. I mean, she's cool. Anyway, that's some of the fun stuff they discuss on their show. I can't wait to be a part of it. Sounds like a lot of fun. Let's see. I do believe. Oh, I do wanna give one more comment before we leave. It is on Netflix. It's a movie called God Bless America. Now, this is ranking up to be one of my favorite movies, like, of all. I love this thing. You know, one of my favorite movies. It's right there next to you know, it's such a wonderful movie that I can't think of it. Natural Born Killers. Natural Born Killers is an epically awesome movie, and I'm putting God Bless America right there with Natural Born Killers.
It was written and directed by Bobcat Goldthwait.
Yes. Yes, yes, it is. He did discuss this movie on the Nerdist podcast as well. I got to hear about it, and I did not know when this came to Netflix, but it is new, so probably with that September thing, and I didn't recognize it by name. But yes, this is Bobcat Goldthwalit's movie. Of course, it did not go to the theaters. A movie of this caliber probably is not made for mainstream. In the first 5 minutes, it's not a spoiler. The first 5 minutes, he, what's it called when you throw a disc, launch a disc in the air and you shoot it?
Skeet.
Skeet. Yeah, skeet shooting. Yeah, he does that to a baby with a shotgun. In the first 5 minutes.
What?
Yeah. Throughout the movie, he has a companion, which is a young girl that swears.
Roxy.
Yeah, that swears like a truck driver. So, you know, the mother of that daughter, amazing. The parents that let her do this, I'm sure, well compensated, but maybe not because it was Bobcat's movie. He's not completely filthy rich, but awesome movie. This thing is really, really good. You got to see it. It's on Netflix. Go out there and grab
I'm just reading the synopsis, and my eyes are just getting wider and wider.
It is. It is. And that's all I'm giving you. Is shooting a baby and a kid swearing throughout the whole thing. I expect you to see this next week. I want to hear all your opinions. Send email.
I don't think I want to see this.
Oh, you do. Believe me, it's worth it. Send your comments and opinions. Comment on the article link below. Send emails out to formatentity@gmail.com. All the information's on the contact page. Go to the titleunknown.com and tell us what you'd like to hear us talk about. Give us some of the new news of the week and see if we can find anything particular. If we find it particularly entertaining and intriguing, we would put it on the show. So, anything else, Mr. Get-A-Links?
No.
No? You're still reading the what's it? I forgot the name of it now. The God Bless America.
Yep.
It's really got you.
This movie's twisted.
Oh yeah. Well, Natural Born Killers was pretty twisted. They were running rampant nationwide, killing whoever, leaving one alive, and they did a bunch of drugs and were in prison and escaped, and that was a twisted movie too. This is up there. This is really good. Alright. So where are we headed?
Hawaii.
On our way out. Thanks again, everyone. All that stuff I said. Do it. Do it to it. We'll have a wonderful evening, day, night, whenever you're listening. God bless America. You gotta see it. You're gonna go see it. You're watching it right now. Yeah, I'm turning it off. We're watching it right now. Good night.